Yo, how's it going, everyone? Just doing another quick, to the point tutorial. So something that people ask me quite a lot about is when they should and shouldn't combine objects. So I'm going to use this piece to demonstrate. Obviously, it's just my opinion, but this is usually the what I think about when I combine my objects. So the very first, most obvious one is you don't combine anything that will articulate on like separately. So I'm just using this concept piece I have, like, the topology, that's not part of it. But one of the main obvious things is this is meant to rotate from here. So one of the main obvious things is nothing on this part can be combined with anything down here. Like, say for example, if we grab this and we combine these, chuck it in here, and then we try and rotate, boom, we've broken it. So we can't do that. So that is the very first, that's the bare minimum. Like, never combine anything that is going to articulate separately from each other. The second thing for when you shouldn't combine stuff is, I've just made them different colors just for the sake of it. But say for example, these here and here are two different materials. So you don't combine these two because it makes it harder for LookDev and Texture to select specific materials they want. But you can still combine them with others of the same material. So for example, we can combine these three together. Put them in. So because they're still within the same articulating group, that's totally cool. And these ones can move infinitely. The same thing will go with these ones. So if we wanted, we could combine these together. So these are all the same material. Combine them. Put it in the same group. There we go. So that's the usual thing I think about. Is firstly is articulation. That's the most obvious. Second is materials. So like, you never want to combine things together, like wood and metal and stuff like that. It's mostly so like Texture and LookDev can just select the components much easier. Also, another thing is, like, say for example, in the naming, we'll probably put the name of the material itself there as well. So if you have these two combined into one object and they have both separate materials, you can't really name the object to line up with whatever the material is. And the last thing for not combining is, if you look at my my Autodesk series, I built the left side of the ship, kept it in one group, and then flipped it across to the right side at the end. So whenever I flip from left to right, like, pretend this is it here, right? Pretend this is my spaceship. Pretend this is the left side and right side. This is obviously different because it's a articulating joint, but pretend this is my spaceship. Say this piece here is in the left group. And then I'm happy with it, duplicate it, and then we go in, oh, wrong one. We go negative space, and then we freeze it, and this becomes our group. If you want a proper demonstration of this, like, definitely check out the Autodesk streams. That will answer a lot of your questions with this sort of stuff. Let's say, for example, I have two things which are the same material, and that what I'll do is I'll always leave them separate if they're in left and right groups. Because what happens is, say we need to update the object, we can simply just delete the R side, get our L side, make our modification, and then we can flip it across and update it on the fly. So yeah, just to summarize, main things is, don't group anything articulate separately. Don't combine anything articulate separately. Don't combine anything that are different materials, and don't combine anything that are separate by left and right groups. Yeah, if you enjoy this sort of content, feel free to sub. And if you want to come and ask me specific questions, I do this live on Twitch, so you can come and check out my Twitch. But thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll catch you later.